Good morning, Facebook, Instagram. If I choose to post this here, that there, this, there. I'm enjoying my morning. It's gloomy. Let's see if I can move the camera and then put it back behind where it's supposed to be. Like I said before, I want to make more videos. I've said it, but I've been busy. Working very hard maintaining these pages by myself. Like I said, I built RhymeSplitta. You see anybody here? You see anybody over here? You see anybody over here? Nah, it's not nobody anywhere. It's just me. So I'm back again with some more just talk, iterations, clarity of my situation, knowledge. Hopefully you can learn from it. Hopefully you're entertained by it. Hopefully you're encouraged by something that I say or hear. There was an excerpt from somebody on Reddit, and I'm going to get to this Bible study pretty much right now. But first I want to pull up a topic that me and another person had posted on Reddit about the town that I live in, Pensacola. Better known as the place that you first run into when you enter Florida. The first town. Now, I just want to break things down a little bit. This is a post on Reddit from someone who is asking the question of, does anyone feel a little confused about the growth of Pensacola? Me being from Los Angeles, absolutely not. No, I don't. People are going to move in these times. The cities are literally becoming unaffordable. But it's like, in these times, in my honest opinion, it's way more cities becoming unaffordable nowadays than it used to be back in the day because of the technical happenings, technical Bitcoin, all that stuff, technical coins that people have been mining. People are working jobs behind computers, making currency, making an income tenfold sometimes, while other individuals are trying to figure out how to go into the world and punch a clock twice or three times a day. While there's another person working on one project for an hour, another project for an hour, and getting paid for 5 different projects. But what this person here was saying on Reddit, BMW M6, and I'll quote him, Pensacola has massively grown in the past 10 years, but especially in the past 5. There is many reasons for this. Pensacola is a beautiful town on the water that offers living in a low tax state, business tax as well, and is relatively safe and good for a family. However, I feel that while Pensacola has massively grown and gotten more attractive, it's lost a massive advantage to what made this city great it's a town. Great at one point. To be a city, you have to be over 100,000 people. It's not. They have a thing called the Pensacola Metropolitan Statistical Area, too. I bring this up a couple times in my videos sometimes. And that's like a layer over Pensacola that you got to look up. It's an economic thing. They log in other counties into this county. Brent Lane, Ferry Pass, it's their county all together, right? And then you got the people of Pensacola that feel like it's different. It's Escambia County, it's like Santa Rosa County. No. They're already a conglomerate called the Pensacola Statistical Metropolitan Area. They're, number one, there still aren't many well-paying jobs here. You are limited to medical, military, or maybe some sort of business related to construction, which that's what I choose to do. Otherwise, there is absolutely nothing here. Housing, like everywhere, spiked massively over the last 5 years. Not 50, but 100% or double. This was a huge plus to Pensacola at one point, and it's obvious that the majority of currently priced homes in the area aren't being bought by locals. Why? Simply because the locals can't afford it anymore. You're being priced out of the market. It's what happens. If you were understanding the times, and you were from Pensacola, and you have not invested your money, and you're sitting on money, and things are changing around you, then the first thing you would have noticed that is, I have to move out of this area if I want to save financially. I have to move out of this area because I financially can't afford to live in this area anymore. The thing is, every single city near the coastline over the next 5 years, every single city near the coastline, every coastline in America is going to go boom, sky, straight through the roof. Because everybody's moving to the coastlines. Again, it's a historical thing. Traffic feels like it has quadrupled in the last 5 years. That's not bad. It's not a bad thing. But they also widen the roads here in anticipation for that. So there was a sign there that you could have taken in to consideration. This is definitely not an area for single people. Tell me about it. Or just younger people in general. Because this is the thing too. You guys all have stayed connected to high school dudes and high school people. And you guys are still connected to your high school butteroos. And your high school friends are seeing you. I see one person. I'm like, hey, how you doing? I only got time for you. And your high school friends and your high school associates, they get afraid. Oh my God, I'm losing my friend. I'm losing my friend to this guy. Oh my God. You're not losing your sister to me. I know how to have a friend, and now go talk to your sister. Like I say all the time, just because my ex, faulted and cheated on me and told me that she was going to her mother's house, does that mean that I'm not going to allow the next woman that I'm with to go to her mother's house? No. Just because I ran into one clown does not mean that I treat all women like they clowns. That's not what that means. That's not how I operate either. So first time, the next girl, if I meet somebody, the next girl that I meet, if she asks me, can I go to my mom's? You don't have to ask me that. Go ahead, enjoy your mom. If you're lying, it will come out. It's going to come out. But that's why, in my honest opinion, is people here, you stay too tied to the hip to individuals you've been tied to the hip with since you were a child. You're an adult now. It's very hard to meet people in this area. I've heard people from the city walk up to me and say this as well. To me, they're from the city. They walk up to me. They say, it's hard talking to people here. I've been living here for 12 years. Do your own thing. You got a slice and a stake in this town too. Do your own thing. Build your own business. At least you know how to. You're from the city. And then the airport, they say the airport is the most expensive thing they've ever flown out of in their life. Wait, that key detail right there makes me smile, because it's like, so, but to get out of Pensacola is so much money, huh? To get out of here is so much money. To get here is like getting caught in a fucking bear trap, huh? Because what I've also experienced here is unprofessionalism on a scale that's concerning. Now, what I'm finna tell you is the bone-faced truth that has happened here in this town multiple times over. My grandmother's waiting in a doctor's office to go get served. She happens to be one of the only chocolate women in the place. My grandma ends up getting irritated and leaves because people are going around her. People are asking her if they served her. And even with myself, I call individuals because certain individuals around me are under the influence. I don't have time to deal with this. Come on through. They're taking me to the station. But I called you here. What type of man am I? Hey, who want to call the police on me right now? Let's go to jail right now. Let's go to jail right now. Okay, let's go to jail right now, cuz. What y'all gonna find? And this is just the first iteration of this first video here. I'm gonna stop it here because it's 12 minutes long. The next iteration of a video will be the Bible study. But I really wanted to get this understood about this area that I live in. I've lived here for 12 years, sir. And this was bound to happen. Now, how does a local figure out how to be a part of what is the growth that is Pensacola, that is happening in Pensacola right now? How do you, the local of Pensacola, become a part of that growth and stop trying to have the true growth? The people who are bringing the growth join you. Maybe you should think about joining the people bringing the growth to your town that has never happened in over 50 years. I've done my research.